Your speaker reel is the biggest asset you have in your inventory, designed to get you bookings. If you get it wrong, it's going to cost you big time. Now, the likelihood is your speaker reel right now is a montage filled with some of the best bits from your events. If that's the case for you, then you probably have a speaker reel that is losing you bookings. Let's strip it right down to basics. Before we even think about the shots that we're going to use, before we even think about the music that we're going to put in the video, your reel needs to do one thing, and that one thing is tell a story. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what your speaker reel should be doing. I'm also going to tell you exactly what most speaker reels out there today get wrong. And then I'll explain how you can change your speaker reel so that next time an event manager watches it, they think to themselves, I need to work with that speaker. I've worked side by side with event managers for the last 5 years. I've filmed hundreds, literally hundreds of events, and I've been in the room during those conversations where an event manager is looking for a speaker for their next event and somebody sends them a speaker reel. They click play, give it 20 to 30 seconds, and if they're not engaged or you haven't captured their attention, they turn it off and don't even think about you again. And the frustrating thing is the speaker that they book instead of you isn't better than you on stage. They just have a better reel, and that's it. The good news is I don't keep secrets, so I'm going to share with you the 5 questions that every event manager asks when they open up a speaker reel. Okay, so the 5 questions. Question 1, are they worth the fee? So within the first few seconds, they're forming an impression. The quality of the video, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you present yourself on stage. All of these things signal to the event manager whether you are worth paying the fee. Question 2, do they solve a clear problem? Let's face it, they're not booking you because you're entertaining. They're booking you because they have an objective and a strategy to deliver with the event. And they want to know, are you going to help them deliver that strategy? So what is the problem that you solve and how do you solve it? Question 3, can they hold a room? So they're not just looking for somebody that can speak. They're looking for somebody that can hold a room, engage people, keep people's attention for half an hour to an hour during the keynote. The reel needs to show the audience reaction, people leaning in, people actively listening to what you're saying. Question 4, does it feel like a real person? Event organisers will have been burnt in the past by people that have a fantastic reel, but they're shocking on stage. So your reel needs to present you as you are on stage. It needs to feel authentic and not scripted. It needs to feel real and genuine. And the last question, question 5, is do I want to know more? So does your reel leave the event manager wanting to know more and wanting to learn more about you and the work that you do? I've genuinely lost count of the amount of reels that I've watched over my career, and I've picked up on 4 mistakes that speakers consistently make when they create their reels. If you can avoid making these mistakes, then it will put you in a much stronger position against your competitors. So the first mistake is that it's just too long. If your speaker reel is 3, 4, 5 minutes long, people aren't going to watch it. The long and short is that people will lose interest and it just becomes a chore watching through 5 minutes of you standing on stage. If you want to put a longer form video on your website, that's fine, but make sure that it's just one of your keynotes so that people can see from start to end what you're like on stage. The speaker reel needs to be short. It needs to be succinct and it needs to capture people's attention. Which brings me on to point 2. It doesn't capture people's attention. A lot of speaker reels are just a slow montage of them stood on stage saying things that aren't really relevant or don't really mean anything. It's pieces that are cobbled together and don't really tell a story or work cohesively together. An event manager watches so many reels when they're looking to book a speaker for their event. You need to make sure that you're standing out from the crowd, capture their attention early, do something different, and make them feel blown away when they watch your reel. The third point is that there's no clear narrative. There needs to be purpose to your reel, okay? If I can't describe to one of my colleagues who you are and what you do in one sentence after watching your reel, then there's a big problem. And number 4, there's no social proof. So the audience is the proof. Their reaction says everything. The audience reaction is all the social proof that you'll need. It's evidence that what you do lands. It's evidence that what you do has an impact on the people watching your keynote. And without it, your reel is just a video of you talking on stage. Okay, so I've given you the 5 questions that event managers ask when they look at your reel. I've given you the 4 mistakes that most reels out there make today. Now I'm going to tell you the 5 things that make up a reel that actually gets you booked. Let's get into it. So first is the timing. We've already said that some reels are too long and it needs to be short and you need to capture attention. So 90 seconds to 2 minutes maximum. 2, there needs to be an immediate attention grabber. The opening of the video can be you delivering something powerful, a line, a moment from a keynote, a question that makes the person viewing it stop. The third one is topic and audience clarity. So within the first 20 seconds, they need to understand the topic that you talk about and who your audience is. Number 4, good quality stages. Now, positioning is everything when it comes to a speaker reel. And if your speaker reel only shows you standing in conference rooms and not on a stage, that's the type of event you're going to get booked for. If your speaker reel shows you on big stages, that's the type of event that you're going to get booked for. And 5 is the social proof. So we mentioned it before in the mistakes that people make. Make sure that you have some form of social proof within your speaker reel. And then there's one bonus there, production quality. You have to make sure that your speaker reel is high quality. Make sure that the video footage is great, the audio is great. Make sure that the edit looks slick. This is something that you should be investing time and money into. You don't want to do this half-heartedly. I'll add another bonus in actually, and that will be a clear call to action. So you want to make sure that people know what to do, where to go once they've watched your video. Adding a clear call to action will answer those questions. It can be your website, socials, but a way for them to contact you so that they can speak to you and ask you any more questions that they have. Okay, so I want to be honest with you and give you some information on what the actual cost is to your business right now if you have a poor speaker reel. The first one is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to lose bookings. Every day, every week, every month that you have a poor speaker reel on your website, you are losing bookings. It's a fact. An event manager will land on your page, they'll view your speaker reel and they'll move on to the next person. And it's likely that your competitor is getting the bookings that you deserve. Second is your positioning is poor. You're not seen as the speaker that people want to work with. And again, they're going to move on to the next speaker. Third is that you get stuck at a certain level. The bigger the event, the closer they look at the speaker reel. And if your reel is positioning you poorly, if it's showing you on a small stage, then that's the level that you're going to be booked for. If you don't have a high quality reel, then you're not going to get booked for the big events because you're not going to be taken seriously. Fourth is that you won't be able to charge a higher fee. Similar to being stuck at a certain level, you won't get booked for the events that you want to get booked for if your reel is poor. You also won't be able to increase your fees. So you'll be stuck at a low price point and you'll have to do even more events to make more money. Whereas if your positioning is right, if your speaker reel is built in the right way, then you can charge a higher premium and you get paid more to work less. And the fifth one is that you spend more time selling. If you've got a high quality reel that has a clear narrative, it has a clear positioning, then an event manager is going to see that and they're going to instantly want to work with you. If your speaker reel is not high quality, if it's poor, if it's too long, if the positioning is off, you're only going to have to spend more time convincing people to work with you. Your reel should do the selling for you. If you have a good reel, the selling process becomes so much easier. Okay, so here's your homework. Get up your speaker reel right now. Don't do anything else until you've done these things. Answer these 5 questions. So the first question is, within the first 20 seconds, is it clear who you help and what you do? Second question, how long is the reel? Is it 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes? You don't want your reel to be longer than 2 minutes. 3, look at the visuals, look at the clips. How does this position you? What stages are you speaking on? What is the quality of the clips? What is the quality of the audio? Do you look like a high quality professional speaker, or do you look like somebody who's just doing this as a hobby? 4, engagement. How engaged were you throughout the reel? Like genuinely engaged. If you were some random person watching this reel, would you genuinely be engaged and would you want to sit through all of it? Because if you get bored watching your own reel, imagine how an event manager feels. And the 5th and final one is the call to action. What do you do after the reel? Is it clear where they can contact you, find more information? What should they be doing once they've watched your reel? Write down the answers to those 5 questions, and that is your brief for your next reel. And if you would like a framework on how to build the perfect speaker reel, I've created a free speaker reel template that you can download and use today. The link to the template is in the description of this video. It walks you through how to build the perfect speaker reel so that next time an event manager watches it, they end up choosing you for their next event. If you found this video useful, there's more to come. Every week I post a video giving you insights on how you can build a speaker business that positions you as the authority within your space, allows you to charge a higher price point, and generates consistent bookings week after week. Give this video a like and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more.